Hey guys, Sippy here. This is episode 2 of How to Get Good at Critical Ops, and today this episode is on movement. So I'm going to share with you guys some tips to get better at it, and this will really help improve your game. So I'm just going to host my own game here. I do feel like movement is really underrated in the Critical Ops community. No one really talks about it, but I feel like it's a really essential thing to help improve your game sense. And so just gonna join CT here. So okay, the first thing you need to know is how fast you move. So the first thing you should know is that when you run with a knife, you move faster than with a pistol, but when you use a pistol, you run faster than with an AK. So that is the first thing you need to know. And the reason this matters is so that when you are starting the game, you should always run with your knife. Like at the beginning of the game, I would say your first 8 seconds probably is when you should be running with a knife. But then you should switch to your primary weapon, because otherwise if you run with a knife, you could be running around here and then all of a sudden there's a CT guy there, and then you have to switch to your AK, and if he has his AK out already and he's camping here and he has decent aim, he's gonna hit you and you're gonna die. So that's one thing. And then also with how fast you move is your joystick. So when you move your joystick kind of in the middle region, you walk, which is basically you still move but slower, and people can't hear you. I mean, if you're really close, they can hear you, but for the most part, they won't be able to hear you move. And if you go all the way to the edge with your joystick, you will run and people will be able to hear you move. So that is the first part of movement, and that's kind of just like fundamentals of moving. And the second part is knowing how to rotate. So I'm going to go over here. And this is a key part, is say there's a guy right there. So what you're going to do is you're probably going to shoot at him at first. And then if he starts shooting at you, you might hide over here. So now this guy, what he's probably thinking is that you're going to peek again right here and start shooting at him again. And if you do, he probably has his crosshair lined up right here, so that he can hit you when you peek. So this might not be the smartest move if you want to kill him. Instead, for a single person, you might want to rotate over here. Because when you say rotate in a group and rotate towards one guy, it means different things. So you shoot here, and then you rotate here. He's expecting you to be over there, so you can get that easy shot there, and he will die because he's not expecting you to come out from there. He's expecting you here, and if you just come out there, he'll have to flick over there and shoot you. So this is really just a smart play. It just helps really take the other team off guard, and keeps you alive for the most part. You can use this all the time. It doesn't really have to be an intense situation. Okay guys, so when someone says rotate in team chat, they are not saying for you to shoot at the guy here, then run all the way around the map and come around there. What they're saying is normally you're going to be terrorist, and you're going to be pushing banana, which is this area here. And maybe all 5 terrorists are coming through here, and there are 5 guys on CT there. So if someone says to rotate in team chat, what that means is that you need to stop going towards A, and what you're going to do is of course never turn around because you'll get shot at from behind. You're going to maybe slowly back up, and you're going to rotate over here. So now you are going towards B site, which is right there. That is basically what that means if you get in team chat, and it's very important that you do listen to your team members, because if there is 5 members of CT here, the odds of you pushing through there are not high, and that probably means that that does mean there's no one on B, so then you push and you go to B. So now there's some other things that will help you with your movement, and the first one is claw. So playing claw is basically your HUD layout. So you play 4 fingers. So instead of playing with my 2 thumbs, I play with my 2 thumbs and my 2 index fingers. My right index finger controls fire and reload, and then my left index finger controls crouch and jump, and my 2 thumbs control looking around and moving around. So why this is important is so that if there is a guy and you're shooting him here, you can crouch shoot, and then if he moves there, instead of having to move like this, you can just move like that, and you can shoot him instead of, like, if you play with 2 fingers, you would kind of have to, like, go there, let go, and then start shooting, and then have to control, and then you have to, like, move again and then start shooting, and that's just really inefficient. Takes a lot of time. So yeah, playing claw is a lot better. You will not be good at claw right away. Like, I expected that claw would make me a great player right away. It feels really uncomfortable at first, so that's one thing you need to know. And also, it takes like a month to actually get good at. It took me maybe 2 weeks to get used to it, and then to actually get good at playing claw took me another 2 weeks on top of that, and I was able to start averaging about a KD of 2 each game, and now I average a KD of about like 3 each game, I'd say. So it's really good, it really helps you, and that's one thing you should know. And another thing is flicks, which is basically, I'm running this way, there's actually a guy right there, and he's shooting at me from behind. So now, at this moment, I kind of feel like screwed. It's like, oh man, I'm getting shot. And it's basically just the motion of going like that. So you're getting shot like from here, so you kind of see where the bullets are coming from. That helps you to know exactly where you need to go. So it's like, boom. And now you start shooting at him. That's basically what a flick is. It's not, yeah, it's just how to move your aim, I guess. And it's not really that important. It doesn't really happen that often, and most of the time it's a pretty lucky shot when you hit it, but it is very important that you know how to move to hit that guy as fast as possible so that it reduces your chances of dying. So this video was a little bit shorter than the last one, and that's just mainly because there's less things to cover on movement, but it's still very important and really good for game sense. And same goes here, so like also if you're the guy right here and you're shooting him there, he might go there, he doesn't know where you are now you run here, pull out your gun, and bang, right? So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, if you learned something new, leave a like, subscribe. If you liked something about it, you can also comment that. If you think there's something I should improve on, comment that too, because I am a new channel and I want to know how to get better. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed, and see you next time. The next video will be on player roles, which is another essential part of playing Critical Ops.